President Trump recently implied that to fight the coronavirus, we should try injecting people with disinfectants. That must be where they're hiding the 5G microchips. This is the Social Minute. Good evening, I'm Deece Casillas. In a recent interview, President Trump revealed he watches nearly 7 hours of cable news every morning first thing when he wakes up, which may explain why he's so uninformed. He said he watches 4 hours of Fox News, followed by 3 hours of CNN, and then as a palate cleanser, he likes to watch something that isn't news at all, so he switches to MSNBC. Speaking of presidents, North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un recently passed away. With rumors flying about who will succeed the former political leader, rumblings say it will be a woman, someone with former political ties, someone who looks just as good in a pantsuit, and someone who's just as evil. Who could it be? And now, the moral of the week. I'd like to make an amendment to last week's moral of the week. Last week, I stated to never trust anyone who says they're 100% positive of anything, because that means they don't even know how a base 10 math system works. But what I meant was, never trust anyone who says they're 110% positive of anything, because they don't know how a base 10 math system works. So the moral of the week, kids, go to school, because this guy only got a GED. And in local news, people across Washington state have been protesting for the right to go fishing during this quarantine time, despite the fact that Governor Inslee has deemed it illegal during this pandemic outbreak. All I have to say is if you're free in the middle of a day on a Wednesday to protest, you're probably not an essential worker. Maybe you should look for a job. Some protesters have gone so far to even say that fishing is their constitutional right. Now, I haven't read the Constitution cover to cover, but I'm sure it's in there. Right after the whole slavery thing, but before the women's voting. I mean, priorities, people. Let's not get crazy. I don't get it, though. If you want to go fish, just go fish. There's literally no one out there patrolling right now. But I'm just so tired of these entitled white people bitching about something. And yes, they're white people. How do I know? Because they're protesting about fishing. And when brown people protest, all of a sudden the police call it rioting. Again, I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to fish. I think you should be able to. I just think we have bigger problems right now and we should focus on the priorities. There's 25 million Americans out of work right now. Almost 40% of small businesses will probably close due to the coronavirus. And you want to go fishing? If you want to get away from your family that badly, I understand it. But just do what the rest of us do who are in committed relationships and secretly join Tinder. My favorite part about all this is the same people complaining about not being able to go fishing and how it's their right are the same people who complain about Colin Kaepernick during the NFL season and him taking a knee during a game to a song. An antiquated song written by racist pieces of shit. But hey, your freedom, man, right? You need to fish. You like to. Well, guess what? I like to wear my baby in a front sling while I shoot crows with a crossbow in the park. But the judge said I can't do that, so freedom! Which reminds me, don't forget to vote for me for Mayor of Spokane in 2023. My sixth order of business: if you have an MTFU sticker on your truck, you don't get to vote. And also, if you're repping an MTFU sticker, I assume you're still paying alimony to your cousin with an EBT card. This past week, there were some concerns in the unemployment as people were receiving their checks late. And don't worry, guys, it's probably going to happen again. Just remember, it takes them a long time to print all this fake money. But don't worry, citizens across America have begun receiving their stimulus checks. What the government didn't tell you is the $1,200 is only good for failed online business schools and ties made in China. And finally, in regards to the stimulus checks, the White House has recently issued a press release saying, for everyone buying cocaine with their stimulus checks, The U.S. government would like to thank you for giving that money right back to us. For the Social Minute, I've been Deece Casillas. Good night, folks.